Question: do some details in the Bible prove its validity? The answer: yes, certain verses in the Bible mention things which wouldn't be possible to know without supernatural input and a biblically accurate timeline. Two verses in particular mention things which we know to be true, but could only possibly be known at the time if the Bible is correct. The first is in Genesis 10:25. The Bible states about a guy called Peleg that during his lifetime the earth was divided. Note, this isn't earth, as in people of the earth, because when the book of Genesis alludes to mankind as a group, it does so using the word man. So the Bible claims the earth was divided. Courtesy of geology, we know that the earth is divided, in terms of continental mass and tectonic plates. Africa, for instance, used to be joined to South America. Scientifics believe all continents were once a supercontinent called Pangaea. However, according to evolutionist theory, the continental drift took place over millions of years. If that was true, it would have been impossible to observe. But the Bible clearly records it, so the ancient Hebrews were clearly aware of something evolutionist logic says they cannot know. The fact they knew about the continental drift, which we've verified today, proves that the continental drift was observed, and therefore observable. Which completely rules out the idea that it took place over absurdly long periods of time. Whatever evidence some think they have of otherwise would need to factor in a global superfluid randomizing Earth's geology. And could ultimately never erase the fact the Hebrews knew the earth was divided. The other passage is Job 38:16. God is explaining to Job that Job is in no position to be talking the way he is to someone who knows everything about the universe, and mentions the springs of the sea. Also translated as vents of the sea. Now here's where it gets interesting. We only discovered that there were deep sea vents in 1977, and with good reason. Until the invention of the submarine, there was physically no way for man to explore the deep ocean and discover them. And yet here is the book of Job, casually mentioning them as a flex of knowledge. A normal author 3,000 to 5,000 years ago couldn't possibly know that, and yet the author of Job clearly knew. This is plain and clear evidence that the Bible contains knowledge no natural man could possibly have known, and this is evidence of its legitimacy.